we've been to a few places that we haven't been to yet, a few towns in France and some of the towns in the Netherlands which we've never been to before, and the crowd reaction is very good, and things are going really great.
Is it not boring that you're to be the second time on tour with Zephyr?
Oh, of course not, of course not. Watching them every night is like a dream, you know? It's never boring. It's like we get excited like every night again.
How old are you?
Yeah, it's great.
How old are you?
Oh, I thought you said all of you. I'm 28.
28. You didn't. I saw Zephyr the first time in '89. Wow. Sodom on tour.
I was
and I think it was today was the 35th time that I saw Zephyr live.
Oh man.
And yeah, Hammercult is for me. I don't know if you know that your album Anthems of the Damned was on the second place on our year poll.
Yeah, of course.
You know it?
Yeah.
Cool.
We are all aware of that.
Great. And in my opinion, Hammercult is a band in the tradition of the traditional thrash metal bands like Creator or Old Sodom. Do you agree with that?
Basically, do you mind if I just pour myself a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, we take a lot of influence from the old German, thrash metal scene, like Creator and Sodom, Destruction, and even Tankard, if you wish. But we try to make things, a bit more mixed up, with like more modern influences. And some influences from some other genres of metal, like some heavy metal, some punk even. Yeah. You can hear that in our music. But no doubt we are big fans of the thrash metal scene in Germany.
It is the second time that I asked you the question. I asked it Yaki before our first interview because I've heard your new song tonight, and it is like a reminiscence to the heavy metal. Is it right?
Yeah, exactly.
It is like it was sounds to me like it came from the heart.
Of course, this new song you're talking about is Metal Roof Tonight.
Yeah.
Which is like Yakir decided to write a song about everything he loves about metal and partying with metal and listening to metal and drinking and doing mosh pits at the shows and everything around it. And it seemed like a great idea to us. Instead of like going and writing lyrics about fantasy, like that's what was most on the first album, we decided to approach some different themes for the songs, and that came out great, I think.
It is a little bit ago that you released Anthem of the Damned. When you look back, how was the success of this album?
It was pretty good actually, and to our surprise, the album reached a lot of places that we didn't expect it to. Like, for example, when we played these shows in France for the first time. Our first tour was a year and a half ago, and this is like only the first time we got to France a couple of weeks ago. And people in the crowd, they knew the songs, they knew the lyrics. It was amazing. They said, yeah, I got the CD in the store in this town in France. And I thought, wow, that's cool. We got to France and we didn't really expect it. But the CD, it did pretty good. But the second one is going to outdo it in every aspect. I can promise you that.
You're still in progress?
The second album?
Yeah.
Yeah, right after we go home, we're going to finish up some of the last songs, and then in the beginning of July we're going to start recording it, and it's supposed to be released around October, something like that.
Any title?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. We'll still brainstorming to get something that is intense and very impressive. Because you got only one title per album. You can't have a few names for one album. So we want to find a name that be explosive.
Yeah, like a new song. It would be a great title for the album.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll suggest it to the guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you still with the record label here in Berlin with Karl Verwalterbach? Do you release the second album also on this label?
Yes, actually, what happened in the last few weeks is that Sonic Attack has got into a cooperation with a company called SPV. You might have
SPV,
heard of
I
it.
know,
Yeah.
it's very famous.
Yes. So the future Sonic Attack releases are going to be through the SPV imprint. So it's gonna be a really good cooperation for both sides and for us, of course.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get like widely distributed to places where the first album didn't reach. And yeah, it's gonna be great.
Cool. Yeah, do you have any more information about the new album? You also said you're in the writing mode. When you're going back to Israel, you started to recording it. Do you have any more information about this new album?
Yeah, the last bit of information I can actually reveal right now. It's gonna be mixed by a producer, American producer named Zeus.
Oh,
Yeah, he has worked with bands.
I know Zeus very well. I've done my last interview was with Hatebreed,
Yeah.
and he's the home producer
Yeah,
of this band.
long time.
And also with Killswitch Engage. And but
Yeah.
is it not very unusual for a thrash band to to work with such a producer?
He has actually worked with a lot of bands that we can relate to. Even we can talk about like Hatebreed, Madball,
Yeah.
Terror, hardcore bands,
Yeah.
and Municipal Waste,
Yeah.
which is more like to our
I know
direction.
Municipal Waste, yeah.
And Suffocation, and he worked with some heavy bands as well, like more extreme. So we're very definite in his approach and his style
But
of work.
Suffocation, you only mix it.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be with us as well.
Mm.
Yeah, well, you know, we're gonna bring our own sound into
Yeah.
it, and he's gonna just polish it and make it amazing.
Then I think the new album is gonna be a little bit more clearer, differently to the other one. And at the first time I've heard your debut album, I loved it at all. But the sound was very intense, very deep. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah, of
Very,
course.
very much bass. But now he told me that Zeus wanted to mix it, and Zeus is more of a producer for cleaner productions. And I cannot imagine that it's good for your sound.
That's good. The fact that you can't imagine how it would sound.
Yeah.
That's good.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, of course. The first album we wanted to make it like really violent,
Yeah.
very rough, very like, you know. So and that's why we also picked the song "Above the Ruins" as the first track,
Yeah.
because it started with a big boom right at the start. And we had this whole approach that we wanted to try, and the response were pretty good about this decision. But we wanted to make a natural progress now and take it to the next level. But I can assure you that Zeus is going to do an amazing job. He's not going to cut off the brutality or the violence or anything. It's just going to sound like a couple notches better, you know.
And you've got so many money from your record label.
That's actually something I can't really talk about. I don't want to get into finance, you know. But we're okay.
Yeah, but I think I can imagine that Zeus is not very cheap.
No, he's not. But that's okay.
That's okay. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. What are you doing after this tour? When you're going back to Israel, you're only recording, or do you relax a little bit?
We don't have a lot of time to relax actually. We need to get in the studio in early July. So after we go back home, we have a bit over a month just to finish up all the songs, and, you know, arrangements and everything, production, and then we'll hit the studio. And once we finish recording, we're going to play at Summer Breeze in mid-August. We're going to play there on the first day, which is great because it's the first time for us in Summer Breeze.
It's a very great festival.
Yeah.
One of my favorite festivals in Germany.
Yeah, they have a great lineup each year.
Not only the lineup, but also the area around this festival.
Yeah.
I think you're staying in a hotel in Dinkelsbühl, and it's one of the nicest towns here in Germany.
Oh yes,
It's totally great.
I'm looking forward to it then.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. When you talk about festivals, which ranking? No, otherwise. When I say one word to you,
Yeah.
what do you expect about this word? when I say Wacken to you, it was just like the beginning of Hammercult.
Yeah.
It's a success in Germany.
Yeah, exactly. Vacuum to us is like a big milestone in our career. You know, we basically started out our European experience there, which was amazing. You know, playing outside of Israel for the first time in front of so many people. That's something we could only dream of. You know, and we're like thrilled that it actually happened twice, and it's amazing. We can't wait to go back there. I hope next summer maybe, or the one after it, but we'll be back.